Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to show you the strategy that I use to get funded, and I literally rinse and repeat this over and over again, and I've passed, to be honest, countless of funded challenges. Make sure you watch the video all the way through to the end, because trust me, I'm going to drop some nuggets for you that you've never heard of before. Now, before we get started, really quickly, if you're interested in getting your funded account passed by us, passed before you even pay, so you realize that everything is very legit, make sure to go down into the description right now and join the Trader Pass Telegram and reach out to us. So this is the strategy, guys. It's actually very simple, and I'm going to go through a gold buy that you could have also potentially caught using this exact same strategy. And I'm just going to bring up the Telegram chat real quick just to show you the setup that I called it out before actually happening. So as you can see, I sent it into the private team right here, and that's the setup right there. I was looking to buy from this area right here and to target these highs. As you can see though, this trade absolutely demolished those highs, so it could have went for way further. Okay, so I'm going to explain that right now. Now, if you're interested in also joining our team, it's 60 hours a month, so link is in the description. Now, this is the setup, guys. Actually very easy, and this is what I look for. I always look for, first of all, an area of entry. Okay, and my area of entry is going to be right here. And a lot of people, they'll look at supply and demand, and they'll also look at order blocks, institutional candles. Perfect. Well, there's specific ones that I look for in order to get really high probability setups, and I picked this zone in specific. It's because we have a lot of support right here. So if you take a look at this demand, we have a lot of support right here. So when you take a look to the left and you see that there's a lot of reactions from this similar area where the order block lines up, then this is usually going to be a very good area to be looking for buys from. In comparison to, let's say, for example, I'm looking at an area like this one right here, and I'm looking to short from here, and there's not that much resistance to the left. That means most likely this order block is not going to have that much it's not going to have that much orders helping you step into the market. A lot of the time as well, what I've noticed with SMC and ICT, etc., is that these very clear setups don't actually work out that well. So you do want to be looking at these little zones and looking at these zones right here, and instead of just marking out one candle on its own, kind of mark out the whole zone and just enter that zone as it is. So if you do go through the different time frames, eventually, as well, if you continue going up to the higher time frames, you'll find that it's just one candle. But if you are on the 1 hour time frame, which is what most of us are on, just mark out the whole zone and enter that there. So my stop loss would have been right below the low. Now here is where the strategy would come in. What I would need to see in order for me to get into this setup straight away is something that looks like this. I push up, I push down, I push up, that either clears the high or fails to clear the high and creates a double top, price to come back down. And essentially what I want to see is inner liquidity being formed. I need to see a fake move being formed, and this essentially manipulates a lot of different people. It manipulates the people that have their sell stops right here, where when price comes down they're looking to short, but actually price is still looking too long. Also manipulates the people that were trying to buy in too early. So what I look for is this low essentially acts as inducement for me. The more manipulation, the better, because a lot of people, they tend to try to get into the market very early. They want to be one of the first buyers, one of the first sellers. While also on the other side, we want to be the last people. We want all the manipulation to occur. We want all these traders to be stopped out, and we get in last, just as the institutions and the banks are about to make their very big move. So this is exactly what we have right here. As you can see, what a lot of people would have been wanting to do is, as price came down, and let me just change to the 15-minute time frame, I'll look way clearer. As price came down, what a lot of people would have wanted to see right here is they would have wanted to wait for price to push up, break the structure, come back down, tap in to that order block and buy straight away. For me, I don't like these very sharp moves. I don't like to buy off these sharp moves. I like to wait for some liquidity to build up before getting into my setup. So as you can see right here, price went up very quick and then came back down very quickly. And this institutional candle, although it worked, okay, but it didn't make that desired move that you would have wanted all the way to the upside. As you can see, it's very obvious. So something like this, I usually tend to avoid. And what I say a lot of the time is usually the first tap is just a manipulation tap to get people in early in order for those early buyers to be the liquidity because their stop losses are here. And then we go the second time a little bit lower into a lower order block, and then we actually create the real move. So this is what I wait for all of the time. I don't simply just get in straight away, especially after my main move has been created. Boom, the liquidity was grabbed here, main move created. I don't get in on the retest. I wait for some sort of liquidity to build up, and then I get in. So this is where I would have gotten into that setup. And as I said, from the 1 hour, I would have entered right here, right there, and take profit right here. This would have been a nice, I believe, about 5 hour, 7 hour. If you held it all the way up here, you're absolutely killing it. Okay. But this is not something that I would have held all the way because I wouldn't have expected this move, except a lot of people would have even gotten their setup even like close out about here because this was a news candle, so this was really, really nice. Now, when it comes to the funded rules, how would I go about this? Well, this is how I go about it. If I have an 8% take 8% target, right? 8% target. First of all, no one should be blowing these accounts anymore. For the simple fact is, less is more. The less trades you take, a lot of time, the better it is. And also something else that you have to understand is you will take a lot of losses in order to get that one big trade. So you have to be really, really patient. Now, these funded challenges also have no time limits now, so there's no excuse to actually rush the process. Now, when it comes to how I would position size, okay, what I would do is I'd risk 0.75% as long as I am above 5% of drawdown. So as long as I'm above 5% drawdown, I'm looking at risking 0.75%. Okay, and I'm risking that all the way to the profit target. Sometimes if I'm in a profit, you know, I might up it to 1% just to speed it up, but it's not something that I recommend doing. If I go below, let's say I'm on a 100k count and I'm now at 95k balance, that means I'm in 5% drawdown and I have 5% left to hit my max loss. Now I'm dropping that to 0.5%. That means that I would need to lose 10 trades, okay, 10.5% risk trades in a row in order to blow that account. So when you really look at it from that perspective, it starts being nearly absolutely impossible to blow these accounts. And it really is nearly absolutely impossible if you truly do follow your strategy. The markets, for example, the past 2 weeks have been absolutely incredible. I mean, incredibly difficult, not incredible in the sense that I'm making a lot of money. I'm actually losing a lot of trades, but it's still going to be nearly impossible for me to completely blow my account unless I'm having a 20 trade loss streak. It's very, very, very difficult for you to do that. And this is when a trader's true skill comes out, is in his patience and in the understanding that I've been trading for so long now and I'm experienced for so long that I know that the profitable setups are eventually going to come. So I don't want to rush and I want to be patient. And I know the patience advice is very, very cliche, but honestly, it's never been truer for me. Even, as I said, even 5 years in the market now, and it's still never been one of the most important, like it's literally one of the most important things to look out for. And it's just been very, very patient with the market. So that was the setup right there. It's very, very simple, guys. We simply take a look at market structure. Okay, and then I want to see that fake move first of all occur. Okay, so I want to see that fake move occur. And now the method of entry, a lot of people can use order flow. So order flow is the order flow footprint tool right here. As you can see, this helps you identify if your point of interest, your order block, is going to hold or not. So it's going to be able to tell me the strength of the buyers and sellers on both sides, which is very, very powerful because now I have an extra confirmation and it's increasing my win rate even drastically now. So if anyone's interested in learning about that, I'm not going to speak about it in this video, but make sure to go ahead into my channel, click on my playlists and click into the order flow beginners course. Trust me, this is something that you want to add to your strategy. But first of all, just perfect this price action first. So I would have simply just set the limits there and I would have looked to enter. And that's pretty much it. One last example of that setup, once again, would be right here. Same thing on gold, the buy. You see this point of interest right here that I would have wanted to buy from. A lot of people, what would they have wanted to do? Buy on the first pullback. I don't buy on the first pullback. I wait for cheaper pricing. I wait for price to come back in deeper and look at these lows. Now, these lows all act as my liquidity. So when I get that big push down, clears all of these lows, we actually tap into my extreme point of interest and price goes in my direction. So that is the setup, and that's how I would risk. Other than that, if you have these three things, your risk, your setup, and that mindset of just being completely patient because you have no time limit on lock, you're going to absolutely kill it, guys. Now, as I said, if you're interested in getting your funding challenge passed very quickly by us using our robot, then make sure to message us on Telegram at TraderPassOfficial2. With that being said, guys, I appreciate every single one of you watching all the way through to the end. Let me know what type of videos you guys want me to make next, because I'm actually starting to struggle with ideas. I've been posting videos for like 3 years now, so the ideas are kind of running out. So let me know down in the comments below and I'll get on it. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.